Tan, how are you?
Hey, Laura.
See if we get folks. It sounds like there's some type of, I don't know if it's something from my computer or if there's some other issue going on. But I guess we will find out.
Yeah, I didn't receive any notification for the time change either.
I changed it about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So nobody came to the meetings over the holidays, and I assume that nobody went. I don't know if you would have probably received a notification over email from the OPI mailing lists when I changed it. And I thought I mentioned it in the POC Teams Slack channel, but I might have forgotten to do that. So
Okay.
it should update everybody whenever there's a change, but it doesn't necessarily update on your calendars. I think you might have to do that manually.
Okay.
Hi, Don. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Sounds like things are quiet in the E&E land. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeing you, huh?
Things are on a different schedule. I'm working with EMEA and APAC. So I'm up early working on stuff, and then I hang out with you guys. Then I work through the late night.
Oh, that's so exciting. I'm not jealous. Hey, question for you, Don. When Mersha gets on the call, 2 big IPs were shipped to the lab in California for this project. We're probably going to need to get them configured. I don't know if I should be asking you for help or not. Is that appropriate or something we'd want to talk about offline?
Talk to me first. We'll figure out if there's a different, better, more appropriate way to do it. But I'm involved with the project, so
right.
That's one of the reasons I'm here. So let's do that.
Sounds good. Thanks, Don. I appreciate it. Hi, Paul. Hi, Mark. Hey, Paul, question for you. When I update the meetings on the OPI lists, does everybody's meetings automatically get updated, or do people have to go physically there and update their meeting invites? Do you know?
I have had to go there and update the meeting invites myself.
Okay.
Yes, you have to go and update them physically.
Got it. Yeah. All right. So
there is an option when you edit, you can edit and update everybody.
Right.
That sends an email saying, hey, there's a new, meeting's updated.
Right. But people probably aren't reading all of their OPI list emails. So.
Really?
I try to read every single one that comes through, but some days I do have to do other work.
Yes.
In any case, hi everybody, Happy New Year. I don't know. I think we probably need Mersha today because right now we're still in the phase of getting the whole lab set up. And Mersha's sort of got his finger on that pulse. We did get 2 big IPs showing up at the lab. So we need to talk about how those are going to get configured, and it's a conversation that we need to have as a group, and also probably on the side with the F5 team. And then we need to find out the status of the Intel hardware and the Cavium hardware, if we have those in-house yet. Or the Cavium hardware and the Intel hardware. Sorry, Marvell hardware and the Intel hardware. But again, we probably need Mersha and Boris for that.
Merch said that I got a message that he logged in.
Okay.
I'm going to post to the Slack group.
See if he's around. Okay.
Marvell hardware, no.
Okay.
Still having some issues. In fact, we are grappling with the same problem. I mean, we were expecting some NICs and we did not. So
thanks, Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you guys are in the process of I know kind of remanufacturing those as well.
Right.
So there's a lot happening there. I am going to pull up the OPI site. I'm having weird issues with my laptop today. I'm wondering if it's because of some Microsoft 360 stuff going on, or if it's literally just my laptop is being crazy. So if you guys see strange stuff happening, it's not because I want it to happen, it's because
Uh-huh.
it's happening against my will. So hopefully Marsha will join, and if not, I might shut us down early today unless we have something major to cover from folks that are currently on the call. And we can always work offline with Marsha and Boris and figure out with Don who needs to configure the big IP.
I just asked Merch if I just slacked him.
Yeah, and I also saw that you sent out the Zoom invite over the POC working group, so thank you for doing that, Paul.
I have been able to log into the serial console.
Great. Hello, Marsha. So you've been able to log into the serial console?
Yeah, but it looks like the two big IPs that are to be connected to ports 5 and 6 of that console are not yet connected.
Okay. Happy New Year, Marsha and everybody else.
Happy New Year.
I hope everybody is slowly but surely getting this meeting onto their calendar correctly. I will send out another reminder about that. But Marsha, I'm hoping you didn't do any work over the holiday on this, but my gut check is you probably did.
Yeah, a bit. Just
bit.
not
Yeah.
to get bored.
There were two big IPs that landed at the lab. In
Yeah, and they're
California.
installed in the rack. Cabling, it's still maybe under discussion, but yeah,
Okay.
they're installed.
Okay. I'm gonna add the big IPs. Actually, we should have the big IPs in here.
So now there are two problems that arise. One, they have SFP connectors. Our switch is RJ45, and I was told we need one port in, one port out connected, and we have two units, so that makes it 4 transceivers, and we only have 2 transceivers still remaining. So I need to order more transceivers. Between all the ports that need to be connected, we are running out of ports in the 24-port switch that HE provided. HE had an option for 48-port unmanaged switch, which it's the one that I selected. It wasn't available at that time. I raised a ticket to replace with the 48. They say it's still not available in stock and they have no ETA. And they said, go and buy your own. And I went and I bought our own. I sent to Shida a quote. It's like $1,000-something for a 48-port 10 gig RJ45 plus 6 ports 100 gig managed switch, about $1,000-something bucks. So I sent him the quote and I told him to buy it. I sent it on like, I don't know, 29 December. So I doubt it got purchased, but I'm sure once he comes back after the holidays, he's gonna get it. So lead time should be instant. It's available in stock. So as long as the shipment goes. Still leaves me with a problem that I still need to get more transceivers. But let's see when this gets shipped, because instead of getting 1 gig transceivers, I'll get them 10 gig SFP to RJ45 transceivers. So
okay.
yeah.
All right.
So more ports and I need more transceivers, and I'm working on it.
Okay,
But one unit should be up. So one unit should be connected. So we'll not have the backup, but at least one should be active and we should be able to start. And also, it's Paul here.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I heard the word. If you have a connection diagram or something like backup just means that it's connected in the same switch and it's like any other unit connected to the switch, or I need to interconnect the two units in between them, or
Yeah,
I don't know,
it
if you
could be
have any
connected.
special cabling requirements, let me know.
Okay, I can give you a quickie diagram. So
do you want me to add you to the rack and install on this one, Paul?
sure,
Okay,
please.
we're probably gonna have to find, somebody else, possibly, Don to help with this, but also sensitive to people's time.
Yep.
For
I ordered more 100 gig cables. They shipped and they arrived, I believe. So we've got that one. I will close out number 29.
Got it. And then we need more, what I'm hearing you saying, Marcia, is that we need a different kind of cable as well. The QSFP.
Another cables, SFP plus to RJ45 transceivers. They're, I don't know, $30-40. I ordered them from fs.com, compatible with HP or something, and they worked in all the devices.
Perfect.
I'm misspelling transceivers. Somebody needs to help me here.
EI, because it's
It is EI.
I before E
E
except after C.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Whereas a neighboring way and then 40 other ways that it's
right. We won't talk about that. We'll just say that this is the right way for now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
English, the language with more exceptions than rules.
Okay, I can't think of, is there anything else that we need to cover today? I realize, everybody's a little bit sort of slow. Do we want to go through the list, or is everything technically updated?
We can go through the list. I haven't updated anything, unfortunately. Another update I got a quote for CN106.
Got it.
And I sent it to Sridhar to purchase. But again, it's a CN106 without the BMC or whatever. It's not the newer version, but it's
Right.
a CN106.
Do we want to wait for that, or do we want to just, yeah, this is here. This is in progress. Do we want to wait for that?
There was no ETA for it, so then people were like, okay, let's just go and purchase it since it was from last year budget.
Right.
I
But
just
again-
slacked internally to find out the status.
Thank you.
We're supposed to meet with Hawkeye. We're supposed to meet with Hawkeye, I think, next week or the week after. I can ask them if we can get, I can just ask them what the possibility is of getting one of these for the project. I know I don't want to undermine you, Chetan, but I also know that we're meeting with them, so I figure it's a route to ask, because I know that you probably run up into internal, as we all do in our own organizations. Sometimes we all run into organizational hurdles, and sometimes if you're having an external meeting with a vendor, it might make it easier. But let me know if you're okay with that, Chetan, and if
Okay.
you are, I will. Also, Paul, if you think that's okay. It just seems like it's a possible easy out on that.
Yep.
Actually, let me edit that.
So Mircha, while she's looking at the next task, do you know which I show neither port 5 or 6 being powered on from, so nothing with power is connected to port 5 or 6 on the console switch.
We may need to put the settings in and then it will maybe show up. I'll play with the settings today and see if I can connect. If not, I'll ping HE to. They do troubleshooting and they do some debugging as part of the task to install the device. So
Yeah, I changed, let me change 6. I changed 5 to 19.2. Let me change.
both should be powered on, but actually, that's an assumption should be powered on. I don't think I gave them instructions where to connect them in the PDU. So probably because of that, they didn't put any wire. Let me confirm with them that.
Okay,
Okay, so, we have the hardware in-house, or some of it in-house. Installing the 100 gig cables, you say that this is done, so this probably just needs to change status, correct? Why did that not move to done?
it should have moved. It moved to done. Oh, the install 100 gig?
Yeah, well, it says it's done, but it's not showing as. What's the status of that? Weird. Okay,
I
review.
just changed 29, so.
Okay, yeah, I saw that you changed that. I got a little message about it. Weird. Okay, so, the network design, have we made any progress on that?
I proposed one.
Technically in progress.
Yep.
And why do we have 2 IPsec demos on Mount Evans?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna
Maybe
delete.
just a duplicated task or something.
Okay, guys. That's getting deleted. Okay. Let's go back to the network design. What, it sounds like you proposed something here, Paul, but has anybody responded to it?
Let me look. Um. Just someone proposed we use 172.22.0016 subnet for the lab. So that's the only change.
I mean, we can spend a few minutes now and review it if we have time.
Sure.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
scroll
suggest,
scroll down the page a little bit, Laura.
Yeah.
And we've got how it's connected. We know that. A little bit farther down is the diagram we used right there.
okay.
So I don't know if we can get all of it. Anyway, I was suggesting this network layout. So 1010, 1020, 1030 for VLANs, a VLAN 1, 2, and 3, or VLAN 10, 20, 30, or take your pick, but something like that.
10 dot, it creates a big problem for me because our internal network is 10 dot and it will create a routing mess once I
Yes.
VPN into the lab.
Okay,
So this is why I suggested 172.22.
that works for me. I don't use 172.22 anywhere, so that'll work. So how about
Here, let's do this. Let's see, our lab manager switches. Yeah, here we go. Proposing doing 172.22 for that. Our typical Venn diagram recommendation. Okay, so group agreement on 1/3/24 to move forward with 172.22 /16.
as the
22.0.0/16 as the subnet.
yes,
Instead of,
I'm going to change mine. 172.22.
instead of the 10 dot, was it 10.20 or 10.10? Was 10, oh, 10.0, 10.20, 10.30? Okay, I'm a little confused. We've got the lab, we've got the DMZ network, we've got the internal and the management. So when we say subnet, which one?
Just a minute. I'm working on it. One moment, please.
And then I'm gonna copy all of this.
This is for management only. Whatever it's the test, I don't care. Test goes through the 100 gig switch that's isolated from anything. Management was the only one I was caring about.
Yep. So if you'll refresh there, Laura,
Okay.
I
I'm
updated
gonna
the,
close this, close and discard.
I just changed the,
Sorry, this is being difficult. Why is this not here? I'm in the background. Pardon me, guys. Give me 1 second. Nope. I'm one of the people at the company that's testing the Microsoft AI solution Copilot, and I'm wondering if it is making my life hard. I also want to blame everything on Microsoft Copilot, even if it isn't the fault of Microsoft Copilot.
I know,
It just
I'm,
feels it feels very convenient to be mad at it instead of my test server. Where was that? Sorry, guys, there it is. All right, here we go.
and I just changed the,
This one. You changed this. There we go. Thank you. But we don't really want to call this an example, correct? We want to say that this is what we agreed to. I need you to edit that and state that we agreed to this, the 172 on this date. Thanks for clarifying that this part is the subnet. And we're not doing a /16, we're doing a /21.
well, we've got 16 to work with and I broke it up into different bits.
Okay,
Does that work for you, Mircha?
Yeah,
Okay.
anybody else have thoughts or opinions on this? Or are we drying paint over here? It's interesting to me. Okay, so let's move on. Once you just let me know that you've edited it, Paul. That's good agreement.
Yep, already done,
Okay,
edited.
thank you. Do we feel like this is decided and that's done, or do we want to keep this in here just in case there's other conversations that need to be had?
keep it because I need also to move some devices in the rack when the other switch is coming. Current
Okay.
switch was not managed, so the VLANs and everything was not possible, but now we are getting a managed switch, so then the VLANs will be back in the picture. So some of my feedback changes. Yes, we're getting the managed switch. Leave it. It's
Okay.
work in progress.
Okay, so we'll keep it here as sort of the work of record, but we're gonna need to clean it up somehow to make it clear and sort of available to folks if we want.
Yeah, once the network is up and we have the first few devices up and running with these IPs and everything, I think we can close it.
Okay, that sounds great. All right. As far as the EVPN POC on the network environment, I know there's some conversations going on in the background about that. Am I correct? Paul?
There are lots of conversations going on in the background around.
That, and also about the IPsec demo. We may have somebody that will volunteer on that. Who do we need to sync with for that specific conversation, Paul, for Kwong?
That's a TSC thing is where that's happening.
Okay, so we're gonna have that conversation tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great, because I want to make sure that we have resources for Kwong as soon as possible. All right, so lab documentation tracking, we basically just started having the similar conversation in the network design space. Those two sort of sync with each other. And then, I kind of want to dive into this, private lab demos for road shows. We need to start having, once we get our baseline set up, we need to start talking about who's doing what, when, where, and what it looks like. That was a lot of whats, but I think you guys get my point.
I think what has to happen before private lab demos for road shows is that we need to duplicate the equipment we've got, because what we've got is to be used for CICD at this point.
Right.
So we would need to, that's a large, it has a dependency of ordering a second set of equipment
Yeah.
and configuring it and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Probably putting it on its own set of VLANs and that sort of thing, so it's separate from.
Okay. It looks like everything else that's sort of in the to-do status. Private lab demos, tool for lab management. Has this, Mark, have you thought about this at all in the past few weeks?
No, I was not on holiday for the past few weeks.
You weren't thinking about the OPI tool for lab management over the past 3 weeks? That
No,
seems
no,
very
I did
out of
not.
pocket to me.
But I'm going to reach out to Canonical. We talked about using Moz
Okay,
Metal as a service, so
Yes.
you can just easily set things up. So
got it. Hey,
Trying to
look
get
at that. 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago, he was totally on top of this.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Thanks, Mark. And then Mersha, this is not quite ready yet, correct? The moving the DHCP server to the F5 server.
No, I mean, this is
Not
what
gonna
we
be.
started the discussion, at least when I joined, that we are still working on getting the serial and power
Right,
and
right, right.
transceivers.
We're probably gonna need sort of a date, a sort of a sense of date for when we're gonna want to pull if we need to pull somebody in from F5 to help with configuring those big IPs. So,
As soon as I get, so I've ordered licenses for those servers. Usually takes 4 or 5 days to get an NFR license.
okay,
And as soon as I get serial access and I have those licenses, I can get them licensed, get them management IPs, and then we can
Okay.
figure out how we're going to configure them. We
Okay.
can, Don and I can maybe tag team on that.
I have a funny feeling, Paul, that you are gonna really enjoy that. I know you.
It will be that guilty pleasure I get to have.
Yep.
Like when I should be doing work, I'll
Uh-huh.
get to play in a lab.
Yep. Yep. I'll be at dinner in 20 minutes. Don't wait for me. All right. And then the test framework for the POC group. I don't know that we've even started talking about that. These are all kind of, yeah. Okay. So I think everything's sort of to do at this point in these sections, and everything that's in progress or done has been updated. Are there any new items that we need to cover? Would everybody like their 30 minutes back? Okay, I'm going to take silence as a
Yes,
You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope everybody continues to have a great new year.
you as well, Laura. Thanks so much.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.